Hello, Randy Rain here, and this time I have my vote for the dumbest looking robot ever. But even dumb looking robots need to be refurbished, so this is
Randy Robot Garage.
So yes, this is the Apollo 7 or MPRV or Mobile Programmable Apollo 7. It has a cousin that's yellow, and it looks pretty dumb too, but if any of them is going to be dumber than this, it's got to be the one with the hat. I did put some batteries in here, and it does work, but I want to see what's inside, how it works. It needs to be cleaned up. It's filthy, needs some retro brighting, and it's missing the battery door. So time to dive in. Of course, we got decals right over the seam. Again, hopefully these come off pretty easy. Okay, before I start retrowriting, I need to finish this door. I 3D printed it out. Looks pretty good. I had to do it in separate pieces, so now I have to glue them together. There's these little tabs up here. And here's the little tab that I printed out. Hopefully this will work. Maybe I can do this. For retro brighting, I'm using this. Okay, that's all done. With all the clay filled in, it'll be watertight and the silicone won't leak. But there's something else. This piece right here broke. These are the things that hold the arm. This is what the arm pivots on. And this one broke. But I don't want to make this entire thing. So I have an idea. I'm just going to use a little bit of CA glue. Then I'm going to take some clay and just build a little dam around it. So I don't need a copy just of this. I need a copy of one a little bit longer. So now I'm going to push this up and pull that out just a little bit more. Leave it like that. Now wrap some more clay around. Meanwhile, this is ready. It got a little crazy here, but it'll be fine. I'm just using petroleum jelly as a release agent. It'll work and it's all I have. Release agent, no release agent. Okay, these are all cured. Okay, the first thing to do is to make this little black peg here. And I'm using this Smooth Cast Onyx Fast. I'm also going to be making this gear for something else. It's just impossible to mix something so small without wasting some. So I'm going to go ahead and make the gear while I'm at it. That'll work. That will work. So with a little bit of clever drill press work, you can line that hole up perfectly, because it is a different size than here. So this one's too big. I used 1/8 of an inch. So now if I trim this here, now I'm just going to put some CA glue down here. And that's how you fix one of those. So what happens is here's the arm. This gets put through a spring, and then this side, and that goes into the hole, and then that gets locked into place. So I've been working on a way to make colored plastic more precisely. So the problem is some plastics turn white as they go off. So any color pigment you put into it, it's going to get lighter. So the end product is just a guess. Now you can use this stuff, this color match here, but this is clear. So you can know the color beforehand, how it's going to come out, but it's not opaque. So I want opaque plastic, but with the color I know. So I've been experimenting, and this is the best I've come up with so far. So I'm using the clear 325. And then I have titanium white pigment. If I go ahead and put this in, mix it up, it turns the plastic white and opaque. So now I know how white it's going to be, and I know it's going to be opaque. Now I can take blue pigment, because this is supposed to be pretty dark blue. So that's usually what happens right there with the other plastic. You mix it up really dark, you think it's going to be dark, and then it comes out looking like that. And I also have blue powdered pigment, but this might work. This powdered pigment, when you just put it in by itself, it comes out translucent. It's not clear, but it's still translucent. Getting better. Okay, if it comes out like that, I'll be happy. Time to see what we got. So a lot of the particles settled at the bottom, and not that I care about it for this piece, but I'm still working on the best way to get a solid color from start to finish, where you know what it's going to be. But I'm getting closer. You can see how well the retro brighting came out. Looks really good. The door. And the door works. Okay, before I put it all back together, I should look inside this gearbox. I mean, the thing works, but it still can look inside. So I need to make sure the gears aren't split or anything. And believe it or not, that weird looking thing opens up with a Phillips. Yeah, that looks fine. But seriously, I did look in there. Everything is good. Metal gears down there on the motors. So I already put the bumper back on. Now I think this circuit can go back. Put the speaker in place. Plug this back in. And then the little switch down here for the bumper. Now on the other side here, let's see. I think I can go ahead and put these arms in. Come up through there. This goes in. Spring. There's one. There. Now you're in. And blue goes here. Now for the switch. Okay, this motor goes in, but you have to slide this piece in at the same time. And now the motor system can be screwed down. Now this can get put on. Okay, now for these lights, I gotta feed it up through here. Alright, here's a better idea. I'll fish this wire through this direction. Then I can solder these wires. Then pull them through. So this goes like that. There we go. So a little more spray 77. I'm going to redo these decals. And now it takes 4 AA's and a 9-volt. Okay, now for the battery door. So what you have here is just a Hong Kong robot. And a few companies have slapped their name on this thing. There's other ones. There's a yellow one and there's a yellow one with a hat. But this blue one, Apollo 7, is Playtime Products. So yes, this goes right along up there with Steve the Butler. You have 8 buttons up front here, and this thing can hold up to, I think it says 18 different commands. And so 7 of these are commands, and one of the buttons is the start and stop. So you have forward, you have back, you have a 90-degree turn, you have go in circles, you have move back and forth, and play music. The I is the light bulb, so it turns the light on, and then you, of course, start and stop. And anytime it hits the bumper, it makes a 180-degree turn and continues on with the program. So you ready to see it in action? You ready? Well, stand back. Here we go. So if you found this video entertaining, I would appreciate a like. If you want to see more stuff like this, please subscribe. These people here are patrons. I couldn't get this little guy going without them. I thank everyone so very much. If you too want to become a patron, check the link below. Well, there it is, the Apollo 7, and that was...
Randy Robot Garage.